Catherine.
Add Astro.
Oh, a primer gems,
Thank you for
please. Oh, thank you. That puts us at what? 59 wishes. It's not enough. Next morning, 8 AM. Well, we should be pretty close to it, actually.
You in my own work, but I also see the meaning in
Hotel de board, that's what he said, wasn't it?
Over here.
I'm coming.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. They should be at a cafe right now. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. So, we need a contingency plan.
Okay, what should we do?
Today, we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant. When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful owners. But Lorenzo was the only one privy to all his magic secrets, and he inherited his craft.
In other words, he's one of the most suspicious people on our list right now.
Before long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town, his fame surpassing even that of his master, and it made him very wealthy. He's since left the magic scene, though, and these days, he's a wealthy businessman with his fingers in a lot of different pies. I had to pull a lot of strings, but I managed to get him to agree to a couple of drinks with me. Be warned, though, I hear he's got a hair-triggered temper. We'd best be careful.
Okay, talk to Lorenzo at the hotel.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you.
My apologies.
Paimon
These
doesn't
2 are my
count.
assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them along. And if it's no trouble, a couple of autographs would really make their day.
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but he looks pretty happy about Linny stroking his ego.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a favor and cut to the chase. I have more important things to do than drinking.
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address is also related to magic. Yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the Opera House. He claims to be planning something for the same evening that I'm scheduled to do a magic show there. As such, I believe that I may well be his target. I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned. Naturally, any investigation into the Weasel starts with a few questions about Caesar, who...
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the Weasel and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing. Are you trying to tell me you actually bought it?
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Linny. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you. The Weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do yourself a favor and quit this investigation. It'll lead you nowhere. Look, if this affects your magic show in any way, I will personally compensate you for any losses.
He knows who the Weasel is.
Oh, sir, I'm
Or he knows it
honored,
because he's
really.
not dead.
But this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet, and I must meet their challenge head on.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me, what exactly are you seeking to do?
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity. I have to know for myself what really happened 10 years ago.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know that a magician never reveals their secrets. And in any case, dead men don't talk. So if you really care about your magician's pride, then you'll forget about Caesar and move on.
Kind of feels like a threat. He's threatened to kill you so that you don't talk.
Uh-oh. This is getting awkward.
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that big, booming voice anywhere. What's up, my man? Want to grab a drink with me?
Sounds like you've already had a few.
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on. You can't be all business all the time. You know what they say? Live fast, die young. You gotta learn how to kick back and relax once in a while.
Yeah, because you sound like you're in such a great state.
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk somewhere else.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey! Edmondo. He and I are business pals. We worked together a bunch of times.
I like how they're like, a moustache symbolizes an older gentleman.
This is your first time meeting him? Oh, he's always like this. Foul-mouthed and hard-nosed. Never heard a kind word out of this guy the whole time I've known him. And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something? Anyway. Point is, a lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into. And he's still into, from what I hear.
Ah, he likes Gemma.
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again. Do I make myself clear?
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink. All right, I'm gonna leave. Don't work too hard.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thoughts?
There's something strange about him. He likes Gemma.
Totally. And what was all that about compensating you for your losses? Why would someone you just met make an offer like that?
Because as I said, he knows who's in on it and feels guilty.
He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma. She was a little suspicious, but this guy's definitely covering something up.
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely.
What's all these Italian names? I don't understand. Are we not in France?
That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just left. Let's see if we can catch up with him.
The outside? Yes. God, he's day drinking? Charming.
You okay there?
He's drunk. Don't show any sympathy to the man.
Who are you? Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one too many. I just need to ride it out.
Yep, there's no getting out of your lover now.
I said way too much back there, didn't I? Yeah, I nearly talked myself into complete financial ruin. Note to self, no more drunken chats when Lorenzo's around.
So, he was serious about threatening to cut you off? Ugh, Paimon knew he was a bad egg.
Hey, keep your voice down. Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs. Bad things happen to people who ask too many questions. Or make an enemy out of him.
Oh god, that sounds sinister.
What kind of bad things?
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this conversation short. I'm not crossing that line again.
Again?
And take it from me.
I'm the
trouble with
previous person you
Lorenzo is
told.
one thing you don't need in your life.
Or did you just mean from the
Some
internet before?
Flare up back there. I don't know what you said to him, but clearly it touched a nerve. That's not a good sign. You're too young for this. Don't get in over your head. I'm leaving.
Bye. Alcohol's not good for you.
And there he goes. What do we do now, Lenny?
Shh. I think we're being watched. Someone was listening in to our whole conversation.
He looks like someone from the Spina de Rasula.
Don't say anything
they're
and
called.
don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards. We'd better take this elsewhere.
Get out of the city and lure the people tailing you. Yeah, I'm not going there on foot. Absolutely not. Really? You want me to go over there? Ugh. I just saw a puzzle. I don't know that I want to do the puzzle, but I saw the puzzle. Can I move the one on the far right? Or does the one in the middle move?
Silence!
How do I do this exactly? This isn't gonna work. But there's no hydro thingies. How do you do it? That didn't do it. But you seem to take a different amount of time to come back. Hold on. Oh no, they all go down and then back up. I don't know how to fix this problem. Oh, I see. You take the longest. Then you. Then you. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Yeah, okay. I have to actually pay attention to them.
Abandoned
which I wasn't
property
doing.
belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now.
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
Oh, there's more than one? Oh, there is definitely
So
more than
you're
one.
Lenny. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today?
Again with the Italian. I don't get the Italian. Smooth face Pacino. Why are we just meshing these two cultures together? Yes, they have parallels, but they were also vastly different.
Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us. Let's not drag this out.
What's this got to do with your sister?
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister. Who sent you, huh?
Save your questions,
Painted De
Missy.
Niro.
You ain't gonna need answers where you're going. Capiche?
But are you meant to be the mafia?
Looks like we can't avoid this fight.
It's not like
now,
it's gonna be
I'm
hard,
not the
Lenny.
strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
Don't worry, we got this.
Lenny. How about I fight as Lenny?
Shower me with praise.
Settle down!
Curses. They're tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady.
Come on, let's scram!
So they did attack Gemma.
Hey, wise guys! We ain't through with you yet! Oh, they got away! Did you catch what they said just before they left? Something about intimidating someone else.
Well, they attacked Charlotte.
Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. And they've already done it to someone else, but who?
Could it be Gemma?
You're right. She was injured when we saw her yesterday, and she acted like she had something to hide. Maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth because those guys had threatened her.
Well, if that's the case, she should be more willing to open up to us once she learns that those thugs won't be bothering her anymore. Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get any information from her.
How did Lynette get her to talk? Even have tea with her? Well, that says a lot. But the fact she hasn't walked away is incredible.
You again? What is it this time?
Those teacups are fucking massive.
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and we gave them a taste of their own medicine. So you can relax now. We're here to protect you.
You're so bloomy.
What? Why? I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after you?
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too well, and I hate them with every fiber of my being. It's been 10 long years, and still every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid. How do I know I can trust you? Do you really think you can get to the bottom of it all? And why are you doing this?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this. I will expose the Phantom Weasel's true identity. Because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my word. Trust me.
Okay. How can I help you?
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, I'd like to take a look at them.
What is... Oh, it's Paimon. I was like, this the blue thing coming into my screen on the left-hand side. What is it? It's her cape.
Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Sonde. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death, and no one's been there since.
Are you sure?
I also know that the Fleuve Sonde is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups lurking around. If you're serious about going there, please be careful.
Thanks.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Lynette's super bored right now.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
As you should.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too. They're likely to come for you while I'm away.
Okay. All right. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously now.
She's adorable. I love her. I want a story about her. Wrong button. Enter Caesar's workshop. Well, it's going to be underground. There. Oh, I thought it was like an actual shop.
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby.
Ah, it is.
Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shift them away first.
Or I could just destroy them. You help Lenny move the boxes aside. It looks like no one's been here in a long time.
There we go. It should be just down here.
That is a really tiny manhole. What if someone puts the boxes back on top of us? We can't get back out. The magic shop workshop once used by Caesar. Judging by the pile boxes, the entrance. Okay, same. Oh, you want me to have fire? Oh, too bad. We're very unfire. Are we gonna have Lenny anyway? Yeah. Case in point. Why is this place so massive? Jesus. Do you move? Thank God for that.
So this was Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further.
Are these the balloons with the doves inside? How are they still floating? Jesus, wouldn't the helium have left a long time ago?
What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
Attack the puppets when they appear. Okay. Oh, I already did it. Never mind. I'm moving on.
My guiding stars. Oh, look.
Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing.
Oh no, they move.
There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look.
What does it say? You want to tell the story, Paimon?
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
I thought it was you. It is you. Oh, it moved. No? I don't really know what I accomplished, but sure. Okay. This place gets more and more intriguing. I'd love to have a place like this. Nice little hidden base. Be so cool. You have to pay for cleaners though. No way I'd be cleaning this shit. It's too big.
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
Maybe you should look around before you come to that conclusion, Paimon. Lenny, what are you looking at?
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of mystery. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. I'm starting to wonder whether Caesar built this whole place as one big, elaborate magic contraption.
You're only starting to wonder?
If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room somewhere. Aha! If I just move this book, then hopefully... and... presto!
There could have been a million and one books for you to pick, and it just happened to be exactly that book.
How did you know?
I'm a magician too, and apparently great minds really do think alike. Looks pretty big inside. Let's head in and take a look around.
Yep. Too abrupt with my camera there.
Not now. Stars, shine for me. Yoo-hoo!
Bow your head.
Oh, start. I was totally going to go through there. Oh, this looks elaborate. Hi.
My guiding star.
Strike a pose! Let my name echo in some...
Silence!
Why have you stopped, Lenny? Is there some device in that box?
It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on ahead.
It looks like your box.
If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
All right. See you in a bit.
What trouble are you lot getting up to? Oh, the god now. Oh, I can't have Lenny. Okay. I don't have Lenny. Oh god. What? Oh god. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
like
it
you can't
moved.
step on the
I wasn't
same
expecting it to move that
tile
quickly. I
guess
don't
we've got to finish it in one run, huh?
quite know how to do this. I think I've got to let it take me back. I think that's what we have to do. So, you go up here, you let it take you back, and then you got to step on the one next to it as well. And then we step onto this one, and then it takes us down here, and then we continue our run. That's what we need to do. Huzzah. Oh god, we gotta do it again? Or are we done? No, we're done. I think of that. I appreciate that they took a puzzle that we'd already done before, many times, like in Samaria and shit. In Samaria, we did different kinds of these in Samaria, and then they made it different by having the sliding tiles. I appreciate that they built on something they already had.
Wow, there's a hidden room here. Let's see. Oh, this bookcase is full of Caesar's own notes. He wrote a lot about the principles of magic. Whew. Much too advanced for Paimon. This book's thick as a brick. Let's take a peek inside it, shall we?
Isn't, but sure. About the wish lists.
At one of my shows a few days ago, a child asked me how I pulled candy out of my hat. As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine. Next thing I know, today a whole bunch of kids were pestering me to pull all sorts of things out of the hat. So I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wishes down. Well, they took me up on that offer, enthusiastically. As I write this, I've only just got back from running around all over town, buying the things they wanted. Boy, are my legs sore. I wound up saving very little this month, but that's not a major issue. I now have a bigger problem. How am I going to hide all these things inside my hat? 2 children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. They looked much too young to be unsupervised. I do hope they got home safely.
I assume this is Lenny and Lynette.
Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not uncommon for children to ask this, of course, but I've never seen any of them as serious about it as these 2. I told them that learning magic is very hard work, but that didn't faze them at all. It's like they already knew. They seemed so committed. I couldn't turn them down. It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately, but he won't open up to me about it. Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those 2 children. I'll have to talk him around.
No, I think it's the fact that you're marrying the man that the woman that he loves.
I have a good feeling about those kids. They're naturally talented, and it seems like they're not new to the world of magic.
If we're talking about Lenny and Lynette, it's interesting that Lenny never mentioned any of this. Unless he's not talking about Lenny and Lynette.
They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. All I'm really doing is helping them develop a more professional standard training plan. They wanted to call me Master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them what I have. They're the geniuses here. Compared to them, I don't deserve to be called any sort of master. With time, I have no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I. My only concern is why they're so mature for their age. I fear they've had to grow up too fast. I don't dare to imagine what they must have been through. Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that their eyes are too piercing.
Too piercing?
They don't bother me, but then again, I've never been the sharpest tool in the shed. It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I asked the two kids if they'd like to come with me, but they shook their heads. I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission. Sounds like their parents have other plans for them. I guess we'll be parting ways soon. It's only been 10 days since I first met them, but I think that I've gotten a feel for their personalities now. They're very tough, but also very cautious, and they trust no one but each other. This, I fear, is not a good habit to have.
So we've learned absolutely nothing except for the fact that we learned a lot about Lenny and Lynette, which wasn't really why we were here.
They hide things from me too. For example, when I asked them where they live and why they wanted to learn magic, they lied. That's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover something up, it always shows somehow. I can sense that their lives have been hard.
This is supposed to be about Caesar, not about Lenny.
They're not like other children. It's a shame that I can't do more to help them.
And it's not like we're getting some big insight into their history. He hasn't said anything of interest that we didn't already know.
After thinking things over, I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world. It's full of lies and falsehoods. And that is why we must find our own truth. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated nowadays. Will it do them more harm than good for someone they've only known 10 days to lecture them like that? P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Children aren't interested in grand philosophies. It probably just went in one ear and out the other. I bet they've already forgotten every word I said.
I bet Lenny remembers every word you said.
Oh, Caesar, Caesar. Just mind your own business next time.
We didn't learn anything.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Lenny and Lynette, don't you think? So did they meet Caesar when they were kids? Let's go ask Lenny.
Still didn't teach us anything, even though it was his diary.